Welcome back everyone to another episode of Minecraft Better Than Adventure. Do you recognize this spot? That's right, we are inside of the kitchen of the fire station we built quite a bit ago now. This must have been at least like 10, 15 episodes ago probably, maybe even longer. We haven't been in here in a while, but we're in this area because today I've extended the pathway that goes down here, and if we follow it, it goes down and around to this. Now what is this, you may ask? Well, those of you who pay attention to my community post might already know, because you saw a sneak peek of the design. Today, we are going to be building the World Museum, or at least part of it. This is going to be a pretty large build, or at least sort of large. I want to make it big enough so that I can store a lot, and I've given it a lot of extra space for expansion over here, as well as made it so that I could have like outdoor areas if needed. We can terraform and add and expand to a lot more here if necessary, because this is going to be hopefully quite a large build that will be holding a lot of different memories on display. So, ooh, look at the little puppy that spawned. And another one too. Anyways, yeah, so today this is what we are going to be doing. And you can see I've already started out the layout because I needed to. It was kind of a confusing layout, but these three bricks here, here, and here are the walls. And when we build them up, you'll see how different it looks just with that. But there will be a lot more to do, so I'm actually going to be collecting all of this. I've brought with me some birch wood as well, but I think we won't need it. We'll just be needing a lot of this. And I'm referencing the design in the Creative Test World. Let's go check that out right now. This is the Creative Test World design. It's a little different than the teaser I gave on community posts, because I added a bit of a frontward part just to add that little bit more depth. But I think this is a pretty cool design. I based it off of a ton of images of museums, lots of which are very classic, almost Pantheon-like in architecture, like Greek architecture sort of. So that is what we're going for here, and this is hopefully what we'll have done by the end of the episode. So using the reference images, we know this is 9 block tall, so I just have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks more up since it's already 2 blocks high. Let's get our water bucket out and on the ready. But before we do that, I should also get the upside down stairs up here done, because it would be easy to do so while we're building. These are the very obvious and easy to build pillars. The classic pillars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That you see in like every Greek sort of build. The quartz pillar block is being used as well. Or actually, these aren't quartz, I keep calling it quartz, but in Better Than Adventure, quartz is pink because that's more realistic. This is marble, we're building out of marble, so this is marble pillar. I just out of habit called it quartz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this shouldn't be too hard to build. I'm nailing the water bucket clutches too. We do not have enough stairs on us for this. Dang, that's annoying. Oh well, when we get to building this one, we can get that one. So actually, let's just... I made that clutch, but it also made a mess. So I'm gonna craft more stairs. There we go. And then get all of this finished like so. In the end, this is actually a pretty simple build, but it's also a very pretty looking build, even though it's simple. And I'm gonna run back to the bed to sleep. And as I sleep, I should talk about how well last episode did. So last episode was 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry for that, everyone. I was actually really overwhelmed with videos last week. You could probably tell by the fact that I uploaded a lot last week, because I was clearing out my backlog and I ended up editing like 4 different videos at once. But that meant that I didn't find the time to record and edit Better Than Adventure. Okay, that might be everything we need when it comes to the marble brick stairs today, so should be fine. And those are the pillars. Now I'm gonna fill in the marble bricks, which are just as tall as the pillars. This is where a lot of my marble is gonna go. I'm hoping I gathered enough marble for this, but I'm not exactly sure if I did. So I'm conserving marble right now by not doing the corners. My commentary may be a little off today because I'm really exhausted. I've had a pretty long weekend. Not only did I have to do all my chores, but I was grinding on the SMP that I'm a part of. and making sure that I wasn't forgetting anything at the same time. So I've actually been quite busy with stuff to do. Almost thought we ran out of marble brick for a second there. We are likely going to need to grab more though, since we definitely don't have enough here. We might be able to craft more. So maybe we have enough. If we don't have enough marble, we can always smelt more. But I'm hoping we have enough. Ugh, I keep misplacing things today. That's very annoying. But it actually goes like this, which makes slightly more sense in a second. But you can see that's the entrance. And now we have the sort of layout. Without the roof, this thing definitely looks pretty bland. But that should be the main use of the marble brick, is the walls. We also need them for the roof, and we're going to need a lot of slabs for this, so I'm thinking we're actually going to need to craft more marble brick here. Maybe another stack for now, because I'm not sure how much marble I'm going to need. Or maybe another stack and a half should work like this. Yeah, that should be enough, because now I'm going to craft some slabs. I'm going to need a lot of slabs for this to work. Yeah, 2 stacks should be fine for now. We have some extra marble brick just in case, and we still have the marble here. Probably not enough though. We're probably going to need more. All right, so now that we have this main facade here, this is where we start work on the other part of the facade that people care about more, which is the roof. The roof uses a lot of slabs, so we'll see if I can get this. Well, there are slabs connecting this, I know that. But the main roof goes like this. Like that. Then like that. Then like that. Then like that. Then it follows that pattern. So then it goes like that. Oh man, it's getting dark, so I have to run down and sleep again. Let's see, am I getting this right so far? I hope I am, because I am not gonna want to redo this. Then it goes like this, and then 1, 2 again. Now I'm gonna repeat on this side and see if we can get it to connect. Like that, except these last 2 are actually stairs, which is gonna make them really frustrating to place now that I think about it. Because now I have to go like this, like that, and back over here. Yeah, this is gonna be really frustrating to fill out. Oh no, I'm still missing 1 stair, which means we're gonna end up with extra stairs. That's so annoying that we end up with extra stairs. It's funny that every single time I design myself any sort of build, including ones like this one, I still need to make sure I'm building my own build right. I built this a week ago, so it's not exactly at the top of my mind, but still. Even on builds that I build like within a few days, it's the same thing. But yeah, that's the main roof. Now we're moving on to the secondary roof, which is this one. We connect these like so. This next bit of the roof is like pretty frustratingly hard. Let me check the reference real quick. So it goes like this. The way I design my roofs is almost the same. You might notice that this roof is very similar to that one down there, because they just always work. But in this case, it doesn't always work very well. I think this one goes like this, and then like that, so that it ends up being lower than the others. And then this part is filled in. I think it's filled in by marble. The outside is outlined in normal. Let's check what we have so far. Ah, I knew something was off. So because this part doesn't have a stair in front of it, that's what's off. So it actually would go, and we'll just use dirt for this. I'm not gonna use the bucket again, just for this. It would actually go like that. And the same goes for over here. Very unconventional way of doing things. And then these are connected like that. There we go. I'm saying a lot of this and that. In fact, if you can count how many times I said the word this and that in the comments down below, I guess I'll pin your comment if you can tell me how many this and that I said this episode in the comments down below. First, let's actually start using the marble to fill in spots here. It's a pretty simple facade, actually. The hardest part about this whole thing is definitely going to be filling in the roof, though, but that is a problem for future me to worry about. Not current me. This spot gets filled in like this. Let's see if we can get some marble slabs in here. Should be normal marble slabs. Yes, there are. Okay, yeah, these still look off. I don't know. What block does... Oh, That's not the same marble block. That's interesting. They don't even make the same block. Okay, well, we didn't have enough anyway, so it didn't matter. The marble block that this one makes is interesting. It's not the same block. So they're called capstones. Is this it? I mean, it certainly looks a little different from down below. This part right here looks really off, but I don't think there's much we can do about it. We could extend that entire roof, but we don't have enough marble brick slabs for that just yet. That entire front roof will probably be extended though. The main point is that this part has now been filled in, and it actually looks really good. This is the front entrance, and I'm actually going to see if I can use what's left of the marble to get some of the floor filled in here at the front. It's not the worst looking, and it does have the full Pantheon look to it. In fact, let's go into photo mode. Yeah, I can imagine once we build this out, this is actually not going to be that bad of a build. Once this is built out and it goes outwards this way, and outwards this way, and then the interior is filled in, it's not going to be that bad. For the interior of the museum, there's quite a few little bits and pieces we can do. For instance, our dog kennels over here, I want to rebuild them inside of the museum as like replicas. And then in our chest over here, we actually have our original wooden tools, and I'm going to use that mesh block that lets you hold items in it. I'm going to use that to display the original tools, because I actually still have some of my original tools left and some of my original armor left. As well as that, as things start to break, instead of letting them fully break, we'll save them so that we can further store them. We'll store different and random blocks we find that look really interesting. Maybe we'll try to build like mini replicas of our village in there, and just lots of little details we can do. Maybe we build a mini replica of the western town, or at least a bit of it there. It's funny because now the western town is going to have two things visible for it. It's going to have this church, three things actually, this church, this Luigi, and when this is finished, a giant Pantheon looking build. In the end, I think this looks magnificent. It looks very pretty. I'm gonna light it up right now as it's dark so that we can see like where the lighting is needed. One thing I definitely want to display in here, once we get lanterns, we will 100% display those in here, because lanterns are very unique blocks that a lot of people already have in their Better Than Adventure worlds, but I find them very hard to get because you have to be at night like this and catch some fireflies, which isn't exactly my strong suit, because I'm very much afraid of the dark, so I don't let it get dark enough for those little guys to spawn. I do carry some jars on me, so when I eventually see some fireflies, I'll find them, but that won't happen anytime soon. And yeah, that's going to be it for this episode, so let's get straight into the sign garden. First up is Snowman 64, then we have Patchy MC, Snail Bannock Enjoyer, Endless Pain, Danielle 29, Dennis Illin, The Desolator, and finally Ty Lee. An absolutely massive thank you to these 8 people for watching until the end of last episode. You guys are just as amazing as you always are. If you made it this far into the video, I want you to comment façade, because we built the façade to our world museum. I'm super excited to continue building this build because it's going to end up expanding and getting bigger, maybe getting a couple of stories, going to the left or right, going underground. I'm going to make this the biggest build in our world one day. If you have any other build suggestions, let me know in the comments down below, because I'm always running out of ideas and I would love for more build suggestions. And of course, whatever I build will be credited towards whoever gave me the suggestion. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.